The Cretaceous-Paleogene extinction event, commonly known as the KPG, was one of the worst mass extinction events in Earth's history, especially in regards to the largest of animals. This extinction allowed mammals to take over the dinosaurs, in addition to the extinction wiping them all out, except for the birds, of course. What if, however, the extinction had been a different story? No, not for the dinosaurs, but even for the mammals, birds, and everything else. This is the story of the Cenozoic after impact, a world where the Cretaceous-Paleogene extinction event still caused the extinction of all non-avian dinosaurs, and where mammals would still rule the Earth, but in entirely different forms, almost entirely due to the phenomenon known as the butterfly effect, in which one tiny, or in this case very large, change can entirely alter the course of history. Along with the true early ungulates we discussed at the end of the last video, there are also some animals that superficially look like ungulates found in these early forests, but in reality are far different. Sylvicervis is one of these. These creatures are small in stature and are mostly herbivores, but won't pass up some insects or a small mammal or lizard. They are usually found in small groups in the dense forests where they can run into thick vegetation to hide from predators. This genus evolved in South America, but they soon spread to Antarctica and even Australia, making them an incredibly widespread genus. The defining characteristic of these primitive herbivores is a small, bony horn covered in keratin on the top of their snout. This horn is used for rubbing against hard objects, such as nuts or tree bark, to get inside and reach food. The males also use them to butt heads and fight over mates, however both genders have them. Their child-rearing strategy is rather average for placentals, taking care of infants until they are sexually mature. They are part of a group of mammals who are very unique taxonomically. Rather than ungulates, their closest relatives are the trunked snompcurlians of Africa, as they are in the same major group, Xenocervia. Xenocervia itself is the sister group to Aphrotheria, which includes elephants, manatees, and elephant shrews, putting these ungulate lookalikes closer to them than actual ungulates. After which they will go create their own herds or join existing ones. While it is true that a vast majority of the dinosaurs on the planet were smited off the face of the earth, the true birds and enantiorniths persisted. In these rainforests, they have begun to diversify just as the mammals and reptiles have. One of the birds inhabiting this dense forest floor of the South American rainforests is Capoavis. This very peculiar true bird was completely flightless, though it still retained small wings that, colored a vibrant rust, are used in courtship. They have very good vision, particularly at nighttime, when the species is most active, searching for small insects within rotting logs, and using its long beak to pry into soft wood. Occasionally, they will also eat rotted bark, and moss and lichen that grows on top of these dead logs. If food cannot be found in the logs, they can also use their sensitive beaks to probe the soil for small invertebrates. They nest near the base of trees, creating mound-like nests made of leaves, soil, and sticks, with a burrowed interior. The chicks are almost patterned like leaf litter, so that they can camouflage well for where they live. For their size and stocky builds, they are also fairly fast, being able to run at almost absurd speeds for their size in short bursts to escape predators. Interestingly, they are most often seen soon after forest fires, searching the scorched soil and trees for dead organisms to consume. Additionally, they make up quite a chorus during the night, consisting of extremely high-pitched, shrill screams that can sound similar to a woman screaming. However, not only the true birds have experienced a boom in diversity, their close relatives, the enantiorniths, also have. One of these groups have become semi-aquatic, the Hesperornithomimids, named due to the resemblance of the extinct Hesperornis. They quickly took the niche of penguins and the extinct Hesperornis, as penguins were absent from this area of the world at the time, as they were exclusive to the southern hemisphere, just as today. Hesperornithomimus regalis is one of the examples of these birds, and the northernmost member of the clade. These toothed and clawed flightless birds feed on fish, cephalopods, and other small marine animals they can snatch with their jaws. Nesting sites are often in isolated beaches where both males and females take turn protecting the eggs. They lay between 2 to 3 eggs in the nests, and will care for their chicks until they are adults, in which they will join the rest of the flocks to explore the oceans. Another genus of the Hesperornithomimids is Patagosphenissus rex, the largest flighted member and one of the more basal members of the clade. It was found in South America, where most of the clade is found, unlike its more northerly relative. Patagosphenissus was, like its relatives, a piscivore, feeding on fish on other marine life. However, they were also migratory, with flocks migrating north to southern South America in the winter and then heading to Antarctica in the summer, where they would mate and have their offspring. Like its relatives, they were adapted to live in the water, using their feet and wings as their main method of movement. This allows them to hunt various species of fish and cephalopods in a much more efficient manner, resulting in a higher catch yield than its ancestors. Another clade that became transoceanic in the Paleocene was the Gondwanatheres, close relatives of the multituberculates of Laurasia. This group was one of the largest Mesozoic mammal groups, with some members approaching sizes comparable to that of modern beavers. After the extinction, it was expected that they would do well. Indeed, they did, with some from South America becoming some of the first animals from South America to raft across the vast sea to the north, arriving in North America, with the very first genus being Capitotherium. Capitotherium was a complete opportunist Gondwanathere that would snack on anything it could get its little paws on, somewhat analogous to honey badgers or skunks in our time. They likely spent a lot of time searching for food, and are typically more diurnal, but could also become cathermal, nocturnal, or crepuscular when needed. The genus was very widespread, spanning the likes of North and South America, probably getting there via rafting or island hopping. Their defining characteristic is the large bristles on their hips that they raise up to intimidate predators. They are fairly average in terms of parental strategies. After mating, a female will find or dig a burrow, have cubs, and raise them until they are able to fend for themselves. First and foremost, I would like to apologize for the delay between the previous video and this one. I lost motivation for making this video for a while, but I regained it and pushed forward to finish it. Secondly, the next video will likely be the last one for the Paleocene, and will likely be longer than both of these two that have been made so far, but as a result it might take a bit longer to make. Huge thank yous to the people who submitted these wonderful and truly amazing submissions for the project, and I hope you appreciate their work as much as I do. There is also an After Impact Google site linked in the description where you can learn about other species of the Paleocene. This includes some that won't be featured in the videos. The website is a heavy work in progress, but the Paleocene is finished. If you want to learn more about the entire project as a whole, I highly encourage you to join our Discord server where the project is actually based, and is significantly ahead of the videos. I hope you enjoyed this video, and see you all next time on the Cenozoic After Impact.